Professor Chomsky? So this is a little bit different. I'm wondering what your analysis of the conflict in the Democratic Republic of Congo. It's described as the worst, the most deadly war since World War II, 4 million dead since 1998. So I looked, I mean, I haven't yet read your book, but I looked in the index, I didn't see it, so I'd like to hear that.
You're right, you're perfectly right about the Congo. It's one of the worst, maybe the worst ongoing atrocity in the world. And you're quite right that among many other hideous atrocities in the world, I didn't discuss that one in the book, because that just doesn't happen to be the topic. If someone can, part of the reason why I didn't discuss it is I can't think of a sensible way to do anything about it. If somebody can come up with some sensible proposals that we can implement, yes, let's do it. There is a weak UN force there, and one sensible proposal would be to strengthen it and to give it logistic support and other means to try to dampen down the conflict. But as I'm sure you know, any form of intervention in a complex conflict has to be evaluated very carefully with regard to its consequences. I mean, it's nice to sit on an academic seminar and say, okay, let's go send troops and solve it, but that doesn't work. Sending troops to solve it often exacerbates it. You have to understand the situation, you have to ask what lies behind it, you have to work out the potential consequences of what might happen, and I haven't researched that, and nor has anyone else to my knowledge, and I haven't seen any serious proposal as to what to do about it, other than to strengthen somewhat the UN forces that are there and to try to put pressure on all the countries that are involved in making it worse. Yeah, that all makes sense, but I don't see a lot that we can do about it, which is why I didn't write about it. What I focus on, frankly, is based on a very elementary moral principle. I realize it's almost universally rejected, but I'd still like to reiterate it. Our prime concern should be our own responsibilities. Our prime concern for anybody should be the predictable consequences of your own actions. I mean, it's very it's very convenient and to be self-righteous and to talk about somebody else's crimes. So if you were a Russian commissar in the 1970s, it would be very convenient to concentrate on U.S. crimes. But the important thing to do in Russia was not that. I don't care whether Sakharov said anything about U.S. crimes. What you care is what they're saying about their own society and something they can do about it. And the same elementary moral principle applies to us. The focus of our attention should be on what we can do, what we are doing, what are the options for us to try to terminate major crimes in which we're involved, and there are plenty of them, and to mitigate harm and atrocities elsewhere. And there's a lot that we can do. About the Congo, I really don't know.